The International Fund for Agriculture Development, IFAD, and Heifer International are in agreement to assist smallholder farmers in Africa. They plan to collaborate on market-driven development, climate-smart agriculture, access to finance, and several other areas involving the farmers. Now, the two organizations have collaborated in Nepal, Rwanda, and Tanzania, and the new MOU intends to leverage on their goal of ending poverty and hunger. Well, Foreman, Director of Public Relations, IFAD, joins me now via Skype to talk more about this. Many thanks for your time, Bill. Yes, you may want to share a brief highlight of this Heifer-IFAD agreement or deal.
Yes, it's something that we're very excited about. We've worked together, as you mentioned, for over 10 years in various countries, and we're really looking forward to building on this relationship, really taking the collaboration farther. As you mentioned, we're going to be focusing on things like market-driven development, financial access, climate-smart agriculture, women's empowerment. These things that both organizations are very interested in, very dedicated to.
Okay, how much is being sunk into this deal? How much are you planning to actually use to finance this deal? Or how do you intend to get access to finance, if I may put it that way?
That's right, yeah. You know, what we've done was we've signed a memorandum of understanding, which this is basically an agreement that we're going to explore opportunities to further collaborate. So these types of details, such as financing and specific projects and where we're going to work, these are all things that we're going to be working out in the coming years.
All right, we know that you've collaborated and you've worked in countries like Rwanda and Tanzania. Let's look at countries like the Southern Africa that have been hit by drought. And we know, looking at the various climatic conditions and some of the external headwinds, like the global warming, how do you intend to explore this agreement, especially in this time?
That's an excellent question. This is where the climate-smart agriculture component will really come into play. This is something that we've done a lot in countries like Malawi and Zambia that have, as you mentioned, suffered some very severe drought. And climate-smart agriculture basically involves techniques, approaches to farming and raising livestock that enable farmers to do this and while they're facing very serious challenges from climate change.
Now, which African countries do you intend to focus on, aside the countries that you've been, as I mentioned earlier, Nepal, Rwanda, and Tanzania?
Yes, this is another thing. I'm sorry, I will have to disappoint you with the lack of details here. This is another area that we're going to be discussing. It hasn't been fleshed out yet in this memorandum of understanding, where we've essentially said that we're going to keep collaborating and deepen our collaboration. Which countries will we be working in or focusing on? That's something that we'll have to determine later.
All right, there is this technology that is actually making wave, talking about the agri-tech, and we know these are rural farmers you intend to work with. Now, what sort of technology do you plan to actually explore or give them to use in this form of agriculture?
Well, a lot of what we do, we're doing in Tanzania and Rwanda, for example, where last year we launched a $4 million program that involved helping farmers organize into co-ops and to form dairy hubs. And a dairy hub is essentially a place where farmers can bulk their milk or collect their milk. And these dairy hubs often involve chilling machines, chilling equipment, where they're able to chill the milk until it's ready to be transported to the processor. And this is a real game changer for smallholder dairy farmers. When they're able to organize into a larger co-op, they're really able to leverage their bargaining power and get a better price for their milk. And they're also able to deliver that milk to the markets better.
Yes, Bill, poverty, hunger keeps eating deep into the fabrics of Africa. And with this kind of collaboration, how soon do you think Africa could actually get out of or be curbed, or poverty could be curbed in Africa?
Oh, that's a that's a really good question. It's something that we think about every day. But you know, we're really positive about the progress we've made in Africa with the projects that are going on now. And you know, global development is a field where everyone in global development will admit that we still have a lot to learn. Projects are challenging and complex. But we're using data more to analyze what we're doing, to figure out what's working and what's not working, and to correct course. So there's a lot of learning going on and a lot of improvement. So that's really what leaves me positive about the future of Africa and agriculture.
Yes, with the growing population, we are hopeful and we're sharing optimism that maybe Africa would come out of this poverty anytime soon. Poverty will be eradicated. Bill Foreman, Director of Public Relations, IFAD, many thanks for your time on Business Tonight. We appreciate it.
It's great to be with you. Thank you for having me.